All right, let's run through all these real quick. Okay, minimize that. Good there. That's not what I don't want that up. That's what I wanted. Alright, here we go. Let's see. More thing. Not automatically locked. Sorry, one second. There we go. I'm gonna change. All right. Now I think we are all good. Yes, we're good now. All right, so if I that, boom. I like that. I got that all set up. Nice. Yeah. Let's list this because I don't need to see what's going on there. We can zoom in a bit more. Just need that one. Right. I hate when I do. All right, so I've got. I apologize. Coffee. All right, so yes, we are back with working on my swashbuckler rogue warforged that Twitter helps me make. There are some small adjustments. I want to change up the leg a little bit from this more organic look maybe to something a little bit more, at least more straight, possibly, or more exaggerated in the joints. So either let's go ahead and hop in like that one. So either I want to do something a little bit more kind of I'm looking at this. I hate looking kind of so got that. Either like very almost straight up and down, or a little bit more exaggerated. Either way, I kind of like the foot to be a little bit more like that, you know? Almost. Match. Sorry, but I do want the digitigrade look to this character. I like that a lot. So to me, it kind of invokes a more agile character. So that's kind of what I'm going for. So I'm not sure if I want like this kind of setup or more almost straight up and down. You dig this. It's kind of weird because it's set up that way. I'm not sure which version I want. Need to make this. Yeah. Even let's crank it down to like a. Let's drop it to 6. I like that. There we go. Gives it more of a pencil feel. Okay, so yeah. Kind of worked on it stream in my notebook, but I don't know. Okay, so that, and this is the knee situation. Right now I am just kind of copying down the line I'm looking at, but I definitely don't want to have that case when obviously you don't want to straight on copy something that's never I'm just kind of doing this to start, and I'm changing it now as I'm going. But so that's like a straight on view of this one. I wish I had a better like side view, honestly. Although straight on views of this kind of leg or thing, so it's nice to have this set up. Like I want a somewhat organic, rounded look to the setup, but I also, I mean, it's a Warforged, so it should look mechanical to some extent. The one I'm looking at is very angular, very mechanical, so that's where I'm going to make changes. Is making it a little less. That would be where the changes would be coming in. Yeah, this would be a joint, this would be a joint, and then down here would be this joint here would generally be protected by this plate up here. Set that over there. Okay, so but we would bring this in and then out like that. So let's do that back. Do that. I mean, we could even extend that. I'm gonna this would be the inside, so this would dip down. I kind of like the idea of this flared up on that joint. I don't know why. That always looks cooler with like mechanical digitigrade style legs, where you have that like empty kind of socket area that's protected with that layer. So the socket would be about here. And because this is a Warforged magic makes it work, so it doesn't have to be super precise like other robots. Like I would think through like an actual robot a little bit more than this, I would think. I mean, I can't say for sure because I don't know, but and really I'm overthinking this right now, which is fine, because I am going to put clothes on this guy. I mean, he's a swashbuckler rogue, so we're definitely going to have some kind of pirate style get up for him to put on. We're gonna have that split like that. Yeah, I don't know. We're literally just kind of fumbling our way through this right now. I am also completely open to suggestions. I have no problems taking suggestions. The way I liked that before was having like this slight foot on the bottom, and then this would come, so it could kind of plant itself a little bit more, say for like a real strong jump that the character wanted to do maybe. And then this right here, split. The point. I mean, it wouldn't stick out like that, but I'm just point area. Yeah, I kind of like this version, I think, a smidge more than the more exaggerated. So I think we'll roll with that, and it gives them a little bit more of a relaxed kind of look, more humanoid look to it. Kind of hook up like that. Place this. Again, there's a joint in there that this knee shield protects. Kind of sits over it and glides, because any joint in your leg is meant to go just like back and forth. It doesn't go side to side. It's just how legs work. Your hip, which is why this would be a ball, that's where the like side to side kind of more range of motion comes from. In your ankle is more of a ball. So your ankle and your hip are like the more ball joint areas, where you have more than just up and down movement, of side to side movement. And your wrist only does that because your radius and ulna can twist on top of each other. So your wrist is only up and down, or however you want to picture that, I guess. But your shoulder, you have this full range of motion. It's a ball and socket joint. Even though your ankle is not a ball and socket joint, it's anyway, it reacts more like a ball and socket joint. I don't know if anyone actually cares about any of that, but that's where we're going. All right, I'm gonna bring this up like that. Yes. Yeah, we'll bring this down. Because this inside. Okay, let's do this. So ball would sit in there. This would come back and sit on top of that joint like that. Oh, I want that. This. I don't know how I want this to like set up. I almost like a soft. I'm gonna say he has like a soft core and is wrapped with this metal shell, maybe. So it almost functions as muscle tissue, so he can strain. Yeah, that's how I imagine it. So there is like underlying muscle tissue sitting in there. The seam on this backside. Let's drop it to about there, and then all of this would be muscle, artificial muscle. The seam would be like really close to the edge. Again, same thing for this. All right, I dig that. So yes, this is going to be our design for the leg. Again, these joints aren't necessarily going to be super visible. It'd be more, actually this, right, at least on the bottom here it would show. So it'd be like, okay, I dig that. So this is like the more refined version in here. All right, a little flat bit, and it's almost like a rubberized foot sole, is rubberized sole. So you have traction. Kind of attaches to that area there. So again, he can plant that foot should it be necessary. Gain traction. Or for like a hefty jump, maybe go flat and like crouch it up. So to leap higher. That's the idea. Anyway, and this outer coating could definitely have the filigree and stuff like that. I'm liking it. I think we're moving in the right direction now. The arm. Let's get a little bit more detailed on the arm. I'm working out these details. So let's do this. Drop down here. We're going to absolutely ditch all that. stitching the hand thing. The arm is kind of right-ish. Clutch guard. Stitch all that. Don't need these marks that are excessive and out of the way. And right now that looks really mechanical, but I will kind of have it look more like a foot kind of situation. Like the front view I have there. Cool. Put that, I don't know. We'll just okay. Turn this layer. Alright, and then Control 2. So we're going to shrink this up. Okay, we're going to put right there. That works just fine. It looks a lot more sketchy, which is kind of the look I was going for. Good news. So it should be a little bit more straight up and down. So real quick, let's grab that dot. I'm gonna rotate it, flatten it out. I think that's a little bit closer. What we're looking for. All right. So I kind of worked out this design before. You might revisit that. Let's put these layers down. Good news. All right. Here, brush. All right. Then we're gonna hide that layer again, and I'm gonna build this arm. Again, I'm kind of at this point just copying the look, the shape of this design that I found. And then I am going to adjust it to look the right way for my character. That's done. Real basic. That looks really bad, and it's fine. Okay, so real quick, let's I want to free transform this actually. I'm going to elongate this a smidge, shrink it up a bit to kind of get closer to the shape I want, and then I'm going to okay, this again. I want the retransform. That back down to like a normal proportion. Not what I meant to do again. Transform. So that's kind of in the area I'm looking at. Again, I want him to be... He's very dexterous, so you don't want like super bulky arms. You want kind of more of a thin, slender look to the character. And you want kind of slim, dexterous little fingers and such. I mean, the other option is make the... I don't really care. I can do a detail of the hand. I'm not worried about how the hand looks on this arm. Yeah, so you want something that like gives you the idea that this character has some dexterity. The other option for a hand would be like, I could do, even for the heck of it, I could do like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle situation where he has two fingers and a thumb situation, but he could, when he's using like his ability to like pick locks or something, it could open up and he could have like little tools come out. So the finger could open up and his tools can come out. Got little joints and such. Like that kind of situation coming on. So this finger would split open. There's the other finger and the thumb. Looks so weird and bad. So I don't know. I think I like the regular hands, little fingers, but it's an idea. I don't hate it. So this here though, and yeah, I want that bridge on that. I like that particular part, and that would be still connected with that muscle tissue, that artificial like muscle tissue. But I would have, this would be almost transparent on the arm, and he would have the like radius and ulna kind of in here that you would be able to kind of see, which I would think would be kind of neat. So the, actually let's undo that real quick. I want it to look, it'll be, you could see it, it's kind of like a frosted glass situation. It would be really light. You'd be able to see that. And then if anyone's seen Battle Angel Alita back when that came out, very similar kind of situation as to the first like arms she gets. They're very delicate and they have all the filigree and they're like frosted glass kind of look to them. I really like that movie. I hope it gets a sequel, by the way. I don't know if anyone cares. So yeah, even though technically this would all be covered with that muscle, that artificial muscle, I would have it not showing there, I guess. I don't know. And then we'd have artificial muscle. This would kind of cap. Ooh, no, hold on. Let's. This would kind of roll this direction. It would kind of show up on that edge. This would slide over the top. We'd have more of that artificial muscle. This would be like a little cap that slides over that joint. All right. We can have like the filigree. And yes, it's kind of very similar to that Battle Angel Alita, or Alita Battle Angel for the movie. But his like design is roses, so I want filigree kind of coming up and around on places. I think that's a good place to have it. Because you may not have this exposed all the time, but you would generally, he's gonna have this kind of exposed. I'm not sure if I want like a full like kind of captain's jacket, or if I want like a captain's jacket with like no sleeves. So kind of, I don't know. While I'm sitting here, let's delete this because that's not necessary. So yeah, we are making our way through this. Digging that set up, so this would actually probably, I don't know, would that kind of come off this? I don't know, we got something. And again, I'm just going to ignore the terrible hand I put on the end of that. I jumped the gun again. Okay. So, all right, hold on. Cancel. Let's go here. Slide that over. Let's do both of those now. I apologize. At some point, I am going to start an actual character drawing. I promise. Alright, so we got. I dig that. And then I can do a hand detail and put it around here. Whoop. Let's do that. Gosh. Real quick, go here. I'm gonna look at this hand. So, yeah, see, even in that, it has like an artificial setup. All right, artificial like tendons or muscle in this design that I'm working from, like that. Let's do. I'm gonna try and do a more straight on version. I do like that, like curve. It's a little bit more organic than the rest of the design. And then this thumb would come out over here. It's too far from. Grab this. I don't like how far away it is from the rest of the hand. I mean, it kind of makes sense in the angle that they have it drawn, but from straight on, I don't think it makes as much sense. So, yes, we're gonna have this drop. And your hands, see, when you have it just kind of resting, it does kind of separate into two groups a little bit. You're gonna have kind of this situation, and that really drop a little bit more. So there we go. All right. Okay. Let's see. So I want to. I kind of want to give him like knuckles. Yeah, I like that idea. So we're gonna give him knuckles that kind of work as joints. Here, yeah, and then yeah, so we're gonna have small little joints. Slightly higher, slightly lower, slightly lower. Okay. Put that right there. Kind of like the, yeah, I like that. Kind of that more bony finger look when you kind of taper that end bit. It's close. It's fine. That's a little wide, I feel like. I don't love that pinky, but it's stepping right-ish direction. It's fine. All right. So yes, this comes back this way. This back. And then we'd have joint that meets up. Upper arm. And see, for mine, I want more of that, I think. So this is a little bit more of the mechanical look on that side. Maybe we'll round it up. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. So yeah, this would come in. Something somewhat like that. Okay. Give it like a little bit of a ridge because it's down. Something like that. Okay. So it's got pretty slender hands. It's out a smidge. We're gonna, should I throw down? Yeah, we're gonna put. Kind of gonna meet up like that, and I guess we'll just kind of throw in that. Actually, yeah, I don't like. I think this is a bit more. Dig it, overeat. Something like that. All right, so we've got the legs, the hand, the arm. It's a good start. It's a good start. I do need to figure out the face a little bit better, I think. Particularly this filigree and everything. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. Mercies. So, yes. So I've got the kind of filigree happening on there, and it'll be more or less detailed depending on how close up of a shot it is, I guess. So the head, I really need to figure out now. Yeah, so we're on that one. So I can kind of set up. Pick the eye. Knock out this shape real quick. Okay. That eye started the filigree on this back side. It comes up and around. Alright. Got the basic kind of setup. Now I was thinking I would have kind of like a slash situation, and like basically like an eye patch covering it. Now I don't know if I want that like to be a permanent situation, or I need to figure out if I didn't put in like an eyebrow situation. Just makes them look concerned. I don't like it. We'll get back to that, I guess. So yeah, I don't know if I want it to be permanent or like maybe it's semi-permanent. Like it's a piece of metal and it's not locked down, and that's where the rose is going to come in. I don't know if, and the rose is going to be etched, and it will be also across the outside as well. So it's just kind of that, something like I don't want that. Kind of like a traditional rose, kind of, maybe. Then we got this. Small leaf. Odd number of leaves is always a little bit more. I don't know. Looks better to me. I don't know. There's reasoning behind it and whatnot, but I don't know. We'll have that go all the way through there. So it's essentially like an eye patch, and because he is a robot, just kind of, you know what, cover it with this piece of metal, and we can kind of etch over it. Not gonna be a big deal. No one's gonna, I'm not gonna mind that much. Shouldn't really affect his vision anyway. Because again, robot, fantasy robot, magic robot, I don't know. That was a really bad one. So yeah, it needs to come there. That's one option. And so it would kind of come around from that back. Something like that. Again, lead to the rose, so we get this whole tie-in. It's really poorly sketched out, but yeah, I don't know. Don't have to include like a nose necessarily, I don't know. I want kind of just a flat face, I guess. Do I want like a kind of like a pupil? No, I think it's better if it's just kind of a one glowing eye, one big glowing eye. Kind of like multi-staged. So it slides in and out. The neck movement. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's try. There we go. That's a little bit. Just the shape, I think. There. All right. Giving me kind of red X, but a little bit, especially the slash through that eye. It's fine. Nothing is wholly original anymore. So yes, I like that. I think that's a pretty solid. Okay, so that's what I had originally. I think we're pretty much the same, basically. And again, parts of this are going to be covered by clothing, accessories, and whatnot. It's not going to be dead on or anything like that. I like this side a little bit better. I like that curve in more. Yeah, I like that better. I'll leave that off. Okie dokie. So yeah, I guess that kind of comes in. Something like that. No, I like the kind of smoother transition. There's a slight indentation happening right there, but it's nothing crazy. Let's grab real quick. We're just gonna grab. I don't know why I did that. Drop down. We're going to just go. So I think that's basically everything. Basically. I feel like I should kind of work out the detail situation here. See, this works right, I think. And we're gonna have to come to that. Yeah, so here. Got that. Let's do kind of this. Yeah, let's do that. And then bring it in like that. So let's hide this. Cool. Alright, so something kind of like this. Where they kind of slide around. Let's do that. All right. So again, I want that kind of thinner setup, like so. Let's see. I want kind of like that. Okay, let's do that. Well, that's close, I think. I don't know if I want it to be that drastic. Okay, yeah, let's kind of grab inspiration from that real quick. Okay. Should that just hit all the way to the edge? Let's do that. Okay. I don't mind that too much. Let's see. I would like to. All right. Let's do a little bit more of an angle on this, maybe. Maybe bring that down more. Maybe, I'm not totally sure on that. Kind of a weird. I want that to kind of come. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Just kind of figuring this whole design situation out. Not totally sure. Okay. Wonder if let's see. Let's just bring this all the way down. I just do. Look at that. How is that? I think it's a little better. He forget what I. I believe it's Finn. Ooh. I wish I had written it down. His first name is Finn. Finn. I want to say like War Shark. I don't recall his last name. I'd have to go back and watch my last stream to give you a for sure answer on that one. I think let's just go ahead and throw down Rose on his chest, about where a heart would be. I take that, since roses are kind of his whole motif. Yeah. First name Finn, and then it's something Shark. I think it's War Shark. I don't recall. Again, I'd have to kind of go back and look at the last stream. And we'll have the filigree coming in from this side over here. Okay, hold on, let's do. Nope. That. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I like that. And again, I'll get a little bit more precise with these if I include them, but this gives me a general look. Alright. I dig that. Alright. Okay, so let's drop down here, and we're just going to kind of ditch this mess I've created. Alright. Alright, so I think that helps out a little bit. So we've got slender little buddy. Do I want to do more of a gap? Kind of dig that. Yeah. Let's do that real quick. Okay. Give the kind of illusion of ab muscle kind of situation. Or let's kind of do this. We can have that artificial muscle kind of running in there. Maybe. I dig that. Gives them a little bit more of a vulnerable spot. Look. Okay. Swear. Again, maybe we got more. Yeah, I dig that. Okay, so we've got him. Yeah, I know he, like I said, I know he has a name. The last name I know. I just don't know what that last name is off the top of my head. But yes, so we've got that seam right there. I came up with it on my own, and again I kind of spaced and forgot what it was exactly. I might have put it. Hold on, I might have put it in an email to myself. I probably put it in the email to myself here. Maybe. No? Maybe. A reference. I just referred to him as Finn. Okay, cool. Good to know. Yeah, I don't remember. I have to go back to the stream. I'm sure I said it on the stream. All right. Maybe again. Maybe there's a rose on the back. Since rose as a motif, I dig it for a swashbuckling pirate. So he's got 1, 2, 3 whole roses as of right now. And they're again, so I went to a name generator, like a swashbuckler name generator, and went through and just randomly generated some names, and that one, I think it was 2 separate ones that I liked, the first and the last. Finn, kind of like, because I like Finn Rider from Tangled, is very charismatic, kind of a swashbuckler in a way without being a pirate. So I liked that name, and yeah, it kind of also fits in with Shark in as well. So I mean, it kind of works out that way. It was not intentional, but it does work out that way. I'm not gonna fight it. Selected. All right, so we've got like a character sheet, kind of, at least details kind of thrown down. I dig it. We can move forward a little bit, I think, with our next part of this, which is the kind of like the outfit. It's getting a little bit closer. Again, I like the like captain's coat kind of look or thing. Let's bump the size of that up a little bit here. Whoa, not what I meant to do. Zoom out. Nope, again. Okay, let's pop that back over there. All right. Yeah, I can definitely see where it could be a pun situation. Let's see. Do I want to do? I don't know if I like want to do a whole full body pose situation. I can for sure. Let's grab all of this. Oh, see. let's do I want to change the orientation of this. So what's the idea behind him? Is he part human, part cyber, sentience and consciousness? So he is a magical sentient robot, essentially. So in D&D, Warforged are either, generally they're made of metal or wood or rock. Really, you can flavor it any way you want, really, as far as D&D goes. But yes, they're powered by magic, arcane forces, but they are, for all intents and purposes, like a living being, but they don't have to eat or breathe. So that helps things. Like, you would think that would be pretty helpful for a pirate. Don't necessarily have to eat anything. I mean, it probably depends on what you decide as far as like your character. It can be anything, really. Generally, Warforged are from the Eberron Last War setting of 5e. If you're using it in 5e, that would be where Warforged is brought into D&D 5e. This is very technical, but generally they were used as soldiers. Yeah. So yeah, they were used as soldiers, and then you can, like, as your backstory, you can kind of make up whatever you want. And you also don't have to have been a soldier. You could have been a soldier and left, which would kind of somewhat work for this character. Maybe they abandoned their post and became a pirate. Maybe they were made for naval warfare and they abandoned that life for piracy at some point. It's really kind of whatever you want. I'm not really focused on that too much at this point. It's not like, some of my characters don't really have a backstory. Nisha doesn't have a backstory, really. She's a tambourine wizard. That's her thing. So can Warforged be killed, or does it have to be cyber force surviving? So yeah, they can be killed. It kind of just depends on how you want to run the campaign. It gets a little funky, I think. Like, healing spells can work on them if that's how you want to do it, or you can have them like eat metal, or like have special, like, you can flavor healing potions as like some kind of magical oil or something that can restore their parts and whatnot. Yeah, it's just kind of, it's a whole thing. Yeah, I'm not sure how I would really go about that. I mean, you could, if you aren't using it for D&D explicitly, you could have it be they have to take time out and like take their armor off and kind of reform it or something like that, if that's how you wanted to play it. Or they're, because again, they could be rock, wood, like metal, they could be whatever you want, really. Technically you could run a Warforged as like a sentient plant basically, if you wanted to. That's another option. Yeah, I don't know, it's different. I'm not sure What do you do with all these dozens of teams? Well, at some point, it would be cool to theoretically play them in a D&D campaign. But I don't know. I just kind of draw them. At this point, that's literally all I do is I draw them. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I am going to make a new file here. I'm going to change this up to. I want it to be like that. I want it to be. Let's do. Let's start with swapping that. I don't think it needs to be. I don't think it necessarily needs to be 69. I mean, that works out for like a phone screen, generally speaking. So I guess I could leave it that way. It could be a background. I don't have to fill it necessarily either, so there's that. Control. Okay, it did keep that information. That's good. Okay. Let's bump it up smooth. Oops, I only need that cap. Is there a way to put these characters into a campaign? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're if you are playing D&D and they are appropriate to the setting and such, you can absolutely include them. Real quick, I do want to figure out the outfits. Something I kind of skipped for a second here. So let's do this. Let's grab. And it just kind of comes down to if your dungeon master, game master, whatever is okay with like putting them in the setting. I grabbed everything. Control C. Control C. What happened? Shit. Okay. Like that. All right. But yeah, you can absolutely kind of do whatever. Totally possible to put them in a game. Hey, how's it going? So how do you want to integrate them into a campaign? Do you make your own scenario? So I mean, I haven't played D&D in a while. I would love to. Would be really nice. Unfortunately, it's difficult. Let's do. We're gonna flip this one. Yeah, but just gonna kind of go right there. I like it a little bit lower. Let's do that. Grab this one again. Up here. I was sick 2 weeks ago. I'm currently getting this expensive hat for a game, which has always been my dream. There's that. That's cool. I mean, not the being sick part, obviously. That's kind of bummer, but it is neat that you're getting that hat. Always nice. Yeah. What hat? Oh. Cancel. Real quick, let's put it up slightly. Okay, so they don't match up great, but it'll work out here. But, oh, well, that's nice. Nice to know. We're gonna merge together. Cool. Grab this. Control T. Rotate. Okay. C. Control T. Oh, no. Cancel. Control V. Now we grab you. Definitely shrink this arm up a bit. That's a little bit more correct. Okay, we're going to erase that little bit. Pop up here, and we're going to erase like that. All right. We're going to flip this sucker. Oh, shoot, what just happened? Oh, what I want to do. Okay, all right. Sorry. Team Fortress 2, defragmenting hard hat. Dark Door. One of the 7 only existing ones. The only one that's even on the market. Dang! Whoa! That's an expensive. Whew, that's an expensive hat for sure. That's crazy. I mean, I've definitely bought like things in games that were expensive. I get it. Let's do this. Hold on. Okay, I want to grab this leg. I don't like where that leg is sitting. I think it's too far out. What made you want to face pay save money for it? And to the most expensive hats. Yeah, that's crazy. Close to where I wanted, I think. That's nice. Yeah. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Take that. Alright, we can ditch this leg. We don't need the side view right now. I don't have it yet, but today I gathered the keys to buy it. Oh, that's good. Drag that over here. Shrank. Okay. Nope. So, nope. That. Yes, okay, there we go. Alright, and then back down here, and we're going to erase this hand. And this hand. Control T. Nope. Control T. There we go. We need to flip it. Wait. Cool. Hate when I grab the middle part there. That'll work just fine there. Oh, cool. I will have to check that out. Control T. I think that's pretty close. All right. No, no worries. Oof. This looks pretty rough right now, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty just kind of piecing it all together is weird. It's funky for sure. Again, this is just kind of throwing everything against the wall real quick. Okay, let's do that. Hopefully when I get around to actually, I don't know what happened right here. When I get around to actually drawing the body, hopefully it's better. Yeah. Like, he is really out of proportion, which is fine for right now. We'll just roll. Okay, so that's basically what he's gonna look like. Just go ahead and merge. Those legs need to be longer, for sure. Quick, let's just shrink him up a smidge here. Also, I want the rose to be on just one of his hands, not both of them. That would be helpful. O T. There we go. It's a little bit closer to what I'm looking for. Eight. There. That's going to match up a little bit better. All right, so let's do master. Sure. Right. Let's give him. I don't know. Do I want to have like pants or like semi looking pant things? Pants are going to be difficult because of the way he's shaped, so maybe not pants. Let's get in here a little bit though. 50%. kind of like this leather setup with our harness kind of set up. Kind of, it's got the belts, the multiple belts, so you could like hold satchels across it and stuff like that if you wanted to. Which works out, I feel like, fairly well. Let's give him like a really loose shirt. So let's do cuff situation right there. Hold on. There we go. Dig that. That works out fairly well, I think. Maybe not that. Something like that. Quick, I don't want to show. Those aren't actually going to be shown. He's just marking where the things were. Alright. Okay, so I've got that. And I do like the, again, the same character has this like sash that runs across all of this and ends up in this nice knot. That, like that. Ditch all of that information beneath. Yeah, it's one of them's hanging out in here. Took off. Hana and Fan are my dogs. Like that. There we go. Likes the sashes. Got a thing in there, yeah. He's got a sash and then he's got like a bandana. I like a tricorn hat. Idea. It's not easy to like come up. That works pretty well though. Somehow I like nailed that first try. Don't really understand it. Or almost nailed it at least. Really, really close. Tricorn hats just always kind of look funky from a straight on perspective. Two dogs. One generally doesn't spend the time in here with me very much, but every once in a while he'll be in here. Like, it's gonna look funky, but I am gonna put pants. At least, like, semi-pants on him. I just think it would look real funky. Out pants. And we're gonna give it kind of a parody look to it. I like the stripes. So we're gonna have stripes. Got $2. So let's bump this up because I was going real low on that. There we go. That's a little bit closer to correct. Yeah. 2 dogs. And yeah, so then we got that. And I guess if he's not, yeah, I want him to like kind of show the arms off, so I don't want the typical captain's jacket necessarily. Well, first off, let's make a new layer for the jacket. I'll put the jacket on this layer. As Beauregard would say, sleeves are bullshit. And if you're not a fan of Critical Role, that's absolutely fine. You just won't really get it, which ooh, what life advice? Oh, Lord. That's a great question. I don't know. What kind of family realize that it's whatever else. Oh, fun. So essentially, the oatmeal sat in a place too long. Oh man, that's not fun. Yeah, that happens with it happens with rice too. You get little bugs that kind of hang out if you don't keep it like properly sealed. Yeah. So when I came to know I wasn't worried about my family was they told her document. I mean, they were probably fine to eat, but that sucks. That you ate bugs. For sure. uh, what kind of life advice are you looking for exactly? Out of curiosity. I don't know why you would have this kind of decoration. Well, I mean, I don't know. Basically, I guess, like, try not to put off stuff. Yeah, it's gonna suck to do certain things for sure, but you should know it's gonna suck later too. It's not gonna magically. It's not magically gonna get better. Having to do the things you don't want to do. I guess that's one thing. This is really rough design. Yeah, that's a big one. Don't feel like you're obligated to stay at like a job or in a relationship, friend or otherwise, just because you've put a lot of time into working there or that friendship or that relationship. If they're not treating you well, you know, they treat you like garbage, or like work treats you poorly and all that, don't be afraid to be like, you know what, this is it, I'm done. You don't have don't feel like you have to give a certain amount of notice or anything like that. You really don't. Sure, it's polite, I guess, but I mean, if they're not treating you well, you shouldn't have to feel like you owe them. For sure, you shouldn't have to feel like you owe someone. Do maybe like bubbles on these top ones? Or actually, let's do it the opposite direction. Yeah. And art advice, since we are I'm an art streamer. How about some art advice, which is keep doing it. Yeah, it's gonna suck. Hey, the other one's here. Gonna suck at some things. Just keep doing them. It happens. Don't worry about it. And he's leaving. Bye, buddy. Go hang out. Yeah. I mean, you're gonna. I mean, it falls into the like, don't put off doing things you don't want to do, I guess. I'm guilty of that 100%. Putting off stuff. Absolutely. So don't think that I'm immune to this advice. I am not. I need to take my own advice on occasion and do the things that I don't want to do. Absolutely. dig that coat. It's gonna have yellow trim. I had that all the way up. That one, okay. Very basic, really quickly done kind of outfit, and it looks super jumbled and terrible right there. But that is a-okay. That's crazy. Yeah, here in the United States, you're always required to wear a seatbelt. Well, I think like 90% of states require seatbelts. I don't know which states don't. I think there's like one or two maybe that don't necessarily require it right now, but 100% like you should wear a seatbelt. Okay. Here. So let's get in here. Actually, let's Control C, Control V. Okay. What I'm gonna do right now is this one I am going to merge in a second. Right after I clear. There we go. Yeah, that's insane to me. Oh, no. Yeah, absolutely you wear seatbelts here. Otherwise, yeah, you're in trouble. You get fined. I'm a little far on that. Yeah, you can get fined for not wearing your seatbelt here. Okay, that looks so funky. I don't like it. I can just kind of pretend it doesn't. Yeah, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, so this is essentially it without the jacket. Without the jacket, sorry. We're gonna merge these. Then we're going to turn on these, hide that one. Want to hide that down to erase the parts of this that are not cool. Okay. There we go. That can be erased. This can be erased. Alright, that helps. Let me erase that. this back. Okay, race. Yeah. This back. Up. Turn over here. Race. Oh. Okay, dokie. Okay, this is just kind of a little ahead of myself there. Just really rough. Here. Oh. All right. Yeah, we can keep it cool. Hello again. How's it going? We'll do that. Shut up. Go. Okay. No. All right. I dig it. It's real funky looking, but it works for a quick reference. Let's see. Hop over here. Control V. Control 2. Okay. Hop back over here. Let's see. That layer not necessary. All right. So we've got layers set up, references set up now. Alone. Quite a bit of time on this. Okay, so we got that all kind of set up. Let's save that for now. Close that one up. I mean, yeah. I guess that's that. Yeah. Move it up to an 8 real quick. All right, so I don't know what kind of pose I want for this. Let's look at real quick like. We're gonna minimize that here. It's real weird that it pops up with Pirates of the Caribbean. Definitely swashbuckle. I mean, hanging from ropes is classic swashbuckler. Should I do that? Maybe. Is there a pose you guys think would be a neat one for a swashbuckler pirate type that is fairly vertical? I always change the canvas orientation. I'm just looking at some poses right now. I mean, there's a few with like ropes. I mean, it's kind of a cliche, I feel like, but that's right. Pose him slightly bending his knees. Yeah. He has a sword for sure. Wonder if I do occasionally see like some of these with actual like little buckler shields, so I wonder if that's where the term swashbuckler came from, because they used those little shields. I don't know, maybe. Okay. I am going to just gonna look at a few. I'm gonna sketch out a few of these that I think are nifty. We'll figure it out from there. That's a cool. Just because it's from One Piece, I like it. Okay, so let's see. And that one's just super confident. Grab that one. Alright, I think that's probably good as far as this goes. I like that they're all really small. Okay, real quick. Alright, so we've got. Let's put in. Okay, there we go. That was weird. This doesn't have to be full body. Remind myself that real quick. Slide it slightly more that way. Something kind of like that. For one. Okay. That's sketch one. New. Let's move on to sketch two. And I'll call this in a minute, probably, but. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. That. Okay. And then this one. This. All right. Oh. All right. Hopefully, see you next time. I appreciate you stopping in. That looks absolutely terrible. Let's do this. We need to shrink that back in space. Grab this. Control it. Let's rotate this out a smidge. Something like that. That is real bad as far as the sketch goes, but we'll move on. So bad. Ooh. All right. Okay. Then we got Hawkeye Mihawk as a reference. One of the coolest like side characters in One Piece. Let's see. So we got going back in space. Can I be a mod? Just not moderate, but okay. Let's see. I don't remember, I think. Quick. New tab, there we go. Let's preemptively hold tab. I forget how to do. I feel like it's. There we go, manage monitor. I don't remember. Okay. Okay. Back up here. Channel. They make it so super easy to do this. You would think they'd just be like, yeah, just do it. Well, let's see. Are you? Is it not that? Okay. Let's go back here. Let's see if it did the thing or not. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Let's see. Delete. Control. There we go. So we'll just erase that one. Right there. That should do it. Try it now? Or look. I think I did it. Should have done it. Can't say whether or not it actually worked or not. I assume you have that capability now. Anyway, look. Sorry. You always sneak in there. My dog is sitting right under my desk, and every once in a while I accidentally kick her. Terrible. All right. I was doing that one. Mihawk, right? So I think you should be a mod now. I honestly, I don't know. So this leg be up in front. Yes. That. This. Something really sketchy like that. And then this one. And I kind of got. Like that. Something like that. All right. Next one. So this one's really simple, straightforward. Okay. Yeah. I have a little bit of extra time today. I'm just gonna try and knock out these sketches. I have 2 more sketches to kind of work through. Terrible again. None of these are great, but knockout. Curiosity. Gonna show that. Yeah, it is cool. Okay. I mean, let's just not make it super weird. kind of like that-ish. And last one. Okay. No, not really. It's pretty much just same old, same old. Okay. She is working. Okay. About half there. All right, so we got some sketches down. We got sketches down. We got details, outfit, kind of setup. So yeah, real happy with where we're at on this. It's good stuff. Almost 30 minutes past our normal time here. So we're gonna call it for today. But thank you very much. Appreciate everyone popping in. Seeing what's up. Imaging that one. So yeah, on that one as well. Tab on that one. Close that one. Back over here. Yeah. So I'm just finding full size version of the images I checked before. Open. Yeah. So we've made quite a bit of progress on all this here. Something to kind of look at while I do this. Let's see. Sure, I am finding the right one. There is. Oh, there's that one. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the progress on this stream here. Sorry, kid. Yeah, so we made a lot of progress, kind of finalized some design choices. Hopefully I nail down which sketch I'm going to use next time. We start refining the sketch and all that fun stuff. I think this will be a really fun character to do. I mean, I'm all right. I gotta go. Actually, I mean, I went like about 30 minutes or so, almost 30 minutes past where I normally do. I appreciate you hanging out and yeah, and helping me and chatting and all that fun stuff. And hopefully I'll see you next time. But I gotta go do other stuff now. You know, all that fun stuff that I said, you know, do the stuff you don't want to do because it's not gonna get better later. I gotta do that stuff. Yeah, it's cool. I think it's gonna look real nice once we like really start getting that new sketch going after figuring out details and whatnot. Hi, Stickman Dab. I appreciate you popping in. I am taking off. I got to go deal with stuff that I don't want to deal with, as is life. I really appreciate you popping in and seeing what's up. Hopefully you catch it next time. I start 10 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday. And then yeah, occasionally I take like requests and stuff. If you want like a quick little warm-up sketch or something, I'll do that. But yeah, I gotta go do life stuff now. Adult life stuff. But yeah, thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate you guys, and hopefully see you next time.